All right, so this is a review of my Char-griller. I forgot what this thing is called. I think it's model 5050. I don't know what they call it, the triple threat or I don't know what they call it, but I'll call it whatever it is in the video title. But anyway, I was looking for a grill where I could use propane and charcoal, without having to swap between grills. This was one of the options that wasn't too expensive, and I Googled around trying to find some reviews. Nothing really told me much, but I've had it for a couple weeks now, used it a couple different times. I like it. So let me show it to you here real quick. There's a couple of small things that I don't like. I'll show you those as well. But anyway, I did get the optional smoker box. I did not have to assemble this. I got it delivered, pre-assembled, and that was nice. But what I did find after I unwrapped it and the driver had left was that there was a damage to this cover in the back. There was a section that had been pulled out, and so kudos to Char-griller. They replaced it, no problem. Sent me out a new cover. It was pretty easy to take off all this stuff, handles and the stacks there and all that, and swap it around, so that was good. But yeah, so smoker box. Actually, the smoker box I did assemble and slap it on there. Wasn't difficult. Cast iron grates, so if you're using the smoker box and you want to, you're cooking low and slow over here, but then you want to sear or do something at the end, you can move it right over here and drop it on top of whatever fire you have left, and get a sear on. So that worked. I did season everything. I also, a couple videos, I saw some helpful stuff about getting this sealant tape, grill seal. I forget what it's called, but standard stuff. Google it, you'll find it. It's just basically sticky tape on the back side and high heat foam on the inside. So I did that on pretty much all sealing surfaces that I could find. Porcelain coated sort of rounded grates. I'm more used to the cast iron type of deal with some points. I'm kind of getting used to these, and so far I like them. Much easier to clean, I have found, and that's pretty good. I really like this feature of being able to fairly easily raise the coal bed, higher, lower, one side versus another side, so I can kind of control the heat on the charcoal side a little bit, which is nice. And then obviously the propane side, no issues there, just a standard propane grill. One thing I don't like is that there's no lip or anything here in the back. So if I'm using a spatula to try to flip a burger, porcelain grates, they're nothing, it just slides right off, and I'm going to push it off the end and lose the meat. So I usually have to do like a two-handed thing where I come at it from the back with some tongs, and I've got the spatula on the other side, and I have to finagle it to make it so that I can move meat around without losing it off the ends of the grill. So that's one thing that I don't like. Side burner works great. I don't use it all that often. The other thing I don't like is the propane tank. Sits down here, and I have a little gauge on here, but even without it, there's just not a lot of space to get your hands in here. And I don't know if you can see, but the distance between this valve, and this grease tray, it's really hard to adjust this valve without hitting your hand on this. And luckily this doesn't heat up too much, but it doesn't not heat up at all. So it's hard to get your hands in here, and it's really hard to get in here and make these adjustments without burning your hand. Although I haven't burnt my hand yet, but still, that's something I don't like. But everything else I do like. It's been pretty sturdy so far. Seasoning the grill before, using it extensively. Definitely recommend that. The sealant tape helps keep the heat in there. You know, the propane side functions like a propane grill is supposed to. No problems there. I've enjoyed having the charcoal side. I've used the smoker box. All seems to work well. So, yeah, I like it. So give it a try if you're so inclined.